also completed coursework at MIT. He then worked for a Big 8 accounting firm in Dallas upon graduation, and some of the company's clients included Frito-Lay, American Airlines, and the Dallas Cowboys. John made his way back to West Virginia when he purchased his first McDonald's franchise in Bridgeport about 35 years ago. John now owns 40 McDonald's franchises and is the 11th largest operator in the U.S. McDonald's system. He's received several rare awards through the McDonald's system. At 2 different points in time, he won the Golden Arch Award, which is given to less than 1% of McDonald's owners and operators. He's also received the Al Golin Brand Trust Award, which is presented to only one operator in the entire system. He has a lot of experience in finance and marketing careers, but most importantly, he has a lot of unique experiences that he'll share with us all today, including some of those individuals that he's met along the way to his success. So please welcome Mr. Ebert.
So I hope you guys are doing well. So obviously there's not a microphone, so I'll talk a little bit loudly. I'm going to try to teach you guys, or mention to you, some of the things that helped me be successful. I remember being a 7th and 8th grader, and people would come in and try to figure out, how they got to be successful or so forth. So before I do that, though, any of you guys basketball fans? Just out of curiosity, who's your favorite team? The Suns? Spurs? We used to have a leadership grit class, and I'd bring speakers in. I brought this guy in to speak. He's now a basketball coach. You guys have to try to tell me who this guy coaches for. Okay, they'll certainly listen up. So Joe obviously played at WVU. He was a guard for the basketball team, and you were on the Final Four too, weren't you?
Yes.
And so he's the assistant coach at Glenville State and Fairmont State. Now he is the head coach of Fairmont State. So give Joe a big hand.
First, I'd like to thank John for having me here today. It's a tremendous opportunity. And one of the promising things for you guys that I want you to understand is I'm only 28 years old. Right? So I'm very blessed.
So raise your hand. Who is this guy? Who is it? He's the coach of the Celtics, Joe Mazzulla. So 8 years ago, he's the coach at Fairmont State. Now he's the head coach for the Celtics, and he wins a national championship. So he had a rise to the top. Here's another guy that is a good friend of mine. I actually went to his wedding. Okay, here he is promoting McDonald's. Listen to what he says when I ask him if this food's for his offensive line. Be quiet here, guys. Number 54, Frazier. Are you Frazier?
That's me, number 54.
Okay, buddy. Hope your offensive line enjoys their breakfast.
Oh, this is just for me.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you.
good job, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm number 89, I'm the kicker.
So Frazier is promoting the app. So guys, watch these pictures and videos pretty closely. We're gonna have a quiz at the end. And there's 4 questions. You guys will have to pick 2 people to come up. If you can answer all 4 questions, you guys all win a free some nuggets and a drink from McDonald's. My daughter did this video of me that hit on TikTok. And I want you guys to watch this and tell me what happens.
What is this that I just found on the
What
floor
are
of
you
your
talking
car?
about? That's not mine. I've never seen that before. That was planted. There's no way that's mine. So what happened in this video? Be quiet, guys. Go ahead. I did. Yeah, sure enough. Guess how many hits this thing had?
1.2 million.
Eventually, that's how many likes it had. It had 14 million hits.
I got one.
Some background, I enjoy doing triathlons, which is running, swimming, and biking. I just did a half Ironman down in South Carolina. That's my family down here with Jack, Grace, and my wife. Played baseball at Notre Dame, as Lauren mentioned. I was a pitcher there. Who is this guy I met at a Super Bowl? Okay, guys.
The jeans are good.
Right. He's not the most famous person we know, is he?
Guys, we need to be quiet. We don't have a microphone, and every time we have to pause, you might not have your opportunity for your 4-question McDonald thing. So please, I appreciate the enthusiasm. You have to be quiet so we can hear and speak.
Okay, so with that said, the next, maybe 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that we've learned in my life and so forth. Number one is this picture, success. You're not going to graduate from grade school, then high school, then college, and all of a sudden be the president of the company or be the smartest guy in the room. You're going to have pitfalls. Things are going to slow you down. Success is what it really looks like there on the right, where sure enough, things are going to hold you back. Things aren't going to work out, but fight through it. If you remember one thing from me today, things aren't always going to go your way, but have a good attitude and fight your way through it. Invest in yourself. What do I mean by invest in yourself? Don't be afraid to study a little harder. Don't be afraid to pay attention a little bit more. Don't miss school. Things like that. Invest in yourself. There was a guy that used to do triathlons. His name is Dave Scott. And he wanted to watch his nutrition very closely. So when he got cottage cheese, he used to rinse it to get the little fat out of it. Every little detail matters. As you guys try to become more and more successful, every detail matters. Habits. What is a habit? What does it mean to have a good habit?
It's like something you do.
So-
There's just like something that you do that's good for you.
Something that you do that's good for you. What is the other part of a habit besides that as well? You do it, and what else about a habit? You do it constantly, and you do it without thinking about it. They say about half the things you do is just based on habits. So you have to have good habits. Good habits, brush your teeth, comb your hair, things like that. Things you don't even think about. B.J. Fogg is considered the father of habits. He wrote a book called Tiny Habits. He says when your feet hit the ground in the morning, have this habit and say, this is going to be a great day. Have a positive attitude. He taught at Stanford. You guys know where Stanford is out in California. He had 2 students that developed something really related to habits. It was actually, they came up with it, and 3 years later, they sold it to Facebook for $1 billion. Does anyone have any idea what that is? What did Facebook buy that is based on habits that you habitually do? Instagram. These guys went to his class, came up with a company, sold to Facebook. You guys ever heard of the basket of fries? Yeah. Okay. That's my idea. What happened was, I was trying to figure out what's the best thing McDonald's sells. It's fries, and when they're hot, they are really good. That's how we sell the basket of fries. So I called McDonald's, they come down and said, you can try it. You can try selling it. It sells well. But then they come back and say, you can't do it anymore because it's not the main menu, takes too long to make. And I say, we gotta keep it. This thing is good, this thing is popular. So I sell it, and then the new person comes in and gets killed. It got killed 6 times, but it finally made it. It finally made it through, and it's sold in over 2,000 stores. So the key lesson here is not, I came up with a basket of fries, but I stuck to it. I persevered, and I made it happen. So with that said, same thing with you guys. If you have a good idea, keep on persevering. Icons. What is an icon? A picture of something that's memorable, to kind of represent what it is. We have 2 icons in our stores. What do they mean? What do these icons represent to our stores? Fast. And the other one, what do you think about when you think of a dog? Cute. What else? Friendly. Fast and friendly. See, I'm going to get you guys, nice job, guys. So we have that, so our people see it. We want to be fast and friendly. Everyone that comes to work for me, do you guys know what orientation is?
Yeah.
It's like when they come, they spend time learning about what we're all about. They get to see this video. Hi guys, welcome to McDonald's. My name is John Ebert and I am the owner. We have 40 stores and there's a couple things I want you to remember. First of all, our goal is to be fast and friendly. You'll see different icons in the stores, including a puppy, because we got Tessa right here, and also road runners. So remember, we want to be fast and friendly. Also, as a new employee, everyone counts, guys. Everyone has to be a team player to make it happen for these customers. Secondly, we want to have fun in these stores, and we have to have energy around the customers. So if you can just remember that from me, I think we'll go a long way. They see that in orientation. We want everyone to be fast and friendly. So in high school, you guys are going to be in high school next year. I learned something pretty fast. To get into a good college, I needed a good SAT or ACT score. Why? Because it's a standardized test and they can judge you against other people. So we now, and for me to get into a good college, I studied so hard that I had seen every question when I went in and took the math part, and it helped me get a good score. So what happens is we have a free math ACT, SAT class that I've had over, it says 4,000, but now 4,500 kids have come to. And it helps them. What is the big scholarship in West Virginia that you can get if you have a certain score? The Promise Scholarship. How much is it worth? $19,000. So you guys definitely want to get that. Your parents will love you for it. You want to score well on these tests. So we have classes that teach it. We again have had 4,500 kids come to it. I also learned this in high school. Mrs. Huber lived across the street, and I used to cut her grass. I got paid $17. It took me just under an hour to do it. And Mrs. Huber says, hey, can you come over tomorrow and rake leaves for me? And I can go over there for the entire day and rake leaves. And when we're done, she gets out the calculator and multiplies 7 hours times $2.30. That's how much the minimum wage was back there. So she writes a check out for me for $16.10. So what did I learn pretty quickly between cutting the grass and raking the leaves? Raise your hand if you got it. It's better to cut the grass than rake the leaves. Why is that? I did. And what did I need to do to get paid more for working less? What did I have to own? All I needed was a lawnmower. So the lawnmower probably cost $30. You had to pay for the gas. But I learned pretty quickly, sometimes if you own equipment, you own businesses, you can possibly make more money than as if you work, just doing something different. So I get into college. I went to Notre Dame, and I was an accounting major. They had this big class called Intermediate. That's the hardest class that you really learn about accounting. So now I'm a junior. I can take Easy A Abraham and get an A, or I can take Jim Gattner, never gives an A, and learn more. Guess who I took? Because I wanted good grades to get a good job. But who did I take? I took Gattner. Why did I take Gattner? Why did I want to take Gattner? I wanted to learn. grades were important, but I wanted to learn. Same thing with you guys. Every day you walk into these classes, you guys got to think about, what am I going to learn today? And the more you learn, the more you'll develop yourself, become more successful, and you kind of build a building block. So I took Gackner because I realized I wanted to learn as much as I could. After graduating from Notre Dame, I went to work in Dallas for a company called Arthur Young. They have big accounting firms. They're one of them. I was on the team that worked on Texas Stadium and the Dallas Cowboys. Before Jerry Jones owned the Cowboys, a guy by the name of Bumbright. I was on the team when Bumbright bought the Cowboys from Murchison. And then later, I was there a little bit at the end when he sold to Jerry Jones. But I was on that team. Also, we had big clients, so I learned a lot. But I wanted to own my own business. So when I worked at Arthur Young in 1982, when they hired 50 people, by the time I decided to leave 4 years or 5 years later, they only had 5 of us left. So it was a hard job, but I learned a lot. But I wanted to own my own business. This is what it required for me to own a McDonald's. I had to quit my job and go work in a McDonald's for 2,000 hours. And there was no guarantee that would let me buy one. Guess how much I got paid for those 2,000 hours? 0. No pay. You go work at McDonald's, you learn about the business. I needed $200,000. I had personally lived at home after graduating from college. I had saved $60,000. My parents gave me everything they owned other than their house to buy the first McDonald's. So I had to put down $200,000, which was about 25% of the price. And I also, during the training process, I'd have to get up at 4 o'clock and drive to a McDonald's and learn how it worked. I also had to get out of my comfort zone. What's comfort zone mean? Yes. Comfort zone is my favorite place. I enjoyed accounting, but I had to get out of my comfort zone. Now working with other people, working in a McDonald's. And I had to move. I had to move from Dallas to Bridgeport was my first store. And I looked at stores all over the country, Nashville, Philadelphia, but the best store, and it took a year to find one, was in Bridgeport. First store, Bridgeport, 1990, Shinston, 92. We had a contest because some people would always come up to me and say, I eat here every day. So I said, why don't we have a contest in Shinston to see who could work there or who could eat there the most consecutive days. And they had little cards and would punch them with a special punch. Guess how long the streak worked in Shinston? How many days consecutively people ate in the McDonald's in Shinston? Does anyone want to make a rough guess?
45.
832?
45.
How many?
45.
45. It went on for 2,100 straight days. 6 years of McDonald's every day. And the winner got $1 a day for every day they ate there. We also, in Bridgeport, people would come up to me and say, we eat here so much, we should own stock in this McDonald's. So we had a contest to see who could eat there the most in a month. They got 3 shares of McDonald's stock. We had a shareholders meeting. It turned out to be pretty neat. This was back in our store in Bridgeport. What's this? Okay. It is Easter. My wife's parents are in town. My parents are over to the house. We have a big meal. Guess where John is? John is driving all over the state of West Virginia trying to find food because the Furby Happy Meal was so popular that sure enough, we were running out of food. And I had to go borrow it because I had no one on my team that was working on the weekend that took enough responsibility. So at that point, when Furby happened, I said, I got to get a good team, people that really care about the business. So we have leadership meetings for them. We read books together. So it's really helped us kind of expand and have a better team. So I call it the Furby leadership moment. So how have I gotten to 40 stores? In essence, what has happened, we're good on habits. You guys know what habits are. Consistency of effort. We try hard every day. Same thing with you guys. You guys got to try hard every day. Don't take a day off. Try to be as successful as you can every single day. I've built good teams because it's not about me, but we have about 2,000 employees. I value others and a high level of trust. Okay, we're down to the quiz. I need 2 volunteers. This is what happens. You guys have a chance. Okay, right here.
Chris.
Come on up.
Gotta get the pictures. Yes, please.
Right. This is how this goes. There are 4 pictures up here. And you guys cannot yell out the answers. You guys will have to confer with each other and tell me what they mean, what these pictures mean. You're working together. Here it goes. So if you get all 4. If you get all 4, you guys get the coupons for free McDonald's. Here it goes. Here they are. Start. We'll do one at a time. Start with one mark. Okay, turn around. You got to talk loudly to the group. What's the first picture?
When Dave Scott watched the fat on a cottage cheese.
Why did you rinse the cottage cheese? Every little thing matters. Give them a big hand. Don't applaud until I give you a thumbs up. That's good.
Look at Mr.
Okay, here we go. What?
You had to ask, try multiple times to get the basket prize to be pushed out to other McDonald's.
Give them a hand.
Well, BJ is hype. BJ wants his McDonald's.
Nice and loudly.
Play. Everyone knew it was him.
Loudly.
The first he happened to him was so popular that he had to build like a
Give them a hand.
Water bottle.
Don't say anything until I give you the thumbs up if they got it.
He got paid more money for less time with his lawn mowing job than he did breaking leaves by having his own lawnmower material.
For the win, give them applause.